Hello everyone, I'm Steve from UCAN English Tutoring. In this video, I'm going to provide a brief overview on the listening subtest of the OET examination, how listening question paper looks like, what are the parts available for the listening subtest, and how we need to tackle those areas and what kinds of responses do we need to provide, okay? So this is going to be highly recommended for the beginners of the OET examination. So whoever has no idea about OET listening subtest can watch this video and gain a lot of insightful information regarding the same. Okay, firstly, we have got listening subtest question paper. So when you go to the first page, so this is going to be the first page. All right, so it's going to have the cover page where you will see your candidate number, last name, first name, middle name, profession, venue, test date. And you will also see a passport photo as well here. So what you should do here is to verify all these details, and then you have to place your signature here under this candidate's signature location. Is this clear with everyone? Is it all clear
Yes,
with you,
sir.
Jonisha? Yeah?
Yes, sir.
Okay, great.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Yep, perfect. Okay. Now, once we go through this cover page, what you will get? You will also get some kinds of instructions as well, to the candidates. So they will say what kinds of things need to be followed by the candidates. Okay. Remember that this listening test, the whole listening test is going to be held for 40 minutes and will be split into 3 different parts: Part A, Part B, and Part C. Is this clear with everyone? So we will have Part A, Part B, and Part C. Okay. What are the instructions for the candidates? The first one is you should not open the question paper until you are told to do so. So never ever open the question paper. This is the front page. So you are going to only see the front page until the invigilators ask you to open the next page. Okay. Until then, you should not open this. You need to wait for their instructions only. You should not open the next page. Okay, that's not good. Okay. And remember that only 1 mark is going to be graded for each correct answer, independent of the difficulty level of the question. Even if one of the questions is really harder, okay, and you answered it correctly, you will still get 1 mark only. For the easy questions also, you will get only 1 mark. Okay, so there won't be any differences between the marking criteria of the easy, hard, as well as harder questions. So all the questions are equally assessed. All the questions receive equal marks. Is that clear with everyone?
Yes, sir.
Remember that in listening as well as reading, there is no negative marking, which means if you respond to a question with an incorrect answer, you will not get negative marking such as -1 mark, -2 mark, or -3 mark. You will either get 0 mark or +1 mark. If the answer is correct, you will get +1 mark. If the answer is incorrect, you will get 0 mark. That's it. So it is a strong recommendation for everyone to answer all the questions. Whether you know them or not, you just guess them and then get it done. That's it. You have to answer all the questions. Otherwise, you'll be a loser, okay? And that's not good for us, right? So there is no negative marking. As a result, answer all the questions, please. So no mark will be deducted for the incorrect answers, right? At the end of the test, you will have 2 minutes to check your answers. So that's really nice. So once you finish the listening test, they will give you 2 minutes to check your answers, to expand the abbreviations, to verify the answers, or if you have missed maybe any of the questions, you can also go through and you can shade the answers, or you can write down the answers as well. So utilize this time really effectively. Okay. Once the test is over, you have to hand in this question paper. You have to provide this question paper back to the invigilator. Okay. And you must not remove any OET exam materials from the test room. You should not do this, please. Please do not do this. And how do we answer the question? Well, as I previously mentioned, there are 3 different parts, right? Part A, Part B, and Part C. As far as Part A is concerned, you will write down your answers on this question paper itself by filling up the blanks. For example, they will give a blank. Okay, there may be some blanks and you have to write down the answers on the blank only, on the blanks only. For Part B and C, you will mark your answers on this question paper by filling in the circle using a 2B pencil like this. So for example, in this case, I believe choice B is the correct answer. So what I'm doing is I'm shading it using a 2B pencil, sorry. Okay, so it is required for every candidate to carry out at least a couple of 2B pencil to the examination hall so that they can, use one another. If one isn't sharpened enough, you can use the other one quickly. Okay, so you just need to shade it like this. Okay, is that clear with everyone? So choice B is, when you shade, ensure that the shading shouldn't go across the remaining choices as well. Otherwise, the system will be confused. You need to understand one thing, that your answers will be verified by a computer machine as well as a human examiner. As a result, if you mark, half of choice A and then full of choice B and then half of choice C, for example, it could be a tricky situation, for the examiner as well as the computer system to identify which answer you would like to choose, isn't it? As a result, you will lose your marks. Even if you have chosen the correct answer, which is B, sorry, for example, in this case, you will lose your marks because you have shaded, other options as well to some extent, and that's not good. Is that clear with everyone? So you need to shade within a circle only, not out of the circles. Is that clear with everyone? Okay, so that's going to be the instructions, for the candidates, and that's the first page. That's the cover page. So the booklet is going to have multiple pages. Okay, and this is the cover page, which contains all your personal details, your passport size photo, profession, venue, test date, and your signature. Okay, is that clear with everyone? Jonisha, Jaypriya,
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yasmin, is it all clear, Yasmin? Are you there, Yasmin? Could you please unmute, Yasmin? You need to unmute. Sorry.
Yes, sir. Yes.
No, sorry, I'm asking Yasmin, not Jasmine. Sorry. Yasmin? Anyway, okay. I hope you understand. Okay. So once they ask you to open the question paper, okay? Once they ask you to open the question paper, once you start opening, you will see the remaining things. You will see this one. In the next page, you will see this. You will see occupational English test, listening test, and then they will provide the description of these tests, what this test is all about, how many parts are available, and they will also provide the part A question paper after that. Okay, so look at this one. This test has 3 parts. In each part, you will hear a number of different extracts. At the start of each extract, you will hear this sound, beep. So whenever you hear a beep sound, it means they are going to begin the audio now. Is that clear with everyone? You will also get time to read the questions before you hear each extract, and you will hear each extract once only. They are going to play the audio file only once. They are not going to play it for the second time, unfortunately, which means what you need to do is you have to listen to the audio really carefully, and you have to complete the answers as you listen. Is that clear with everyone? So you will have time to read the questions. Although the time would be very limited. Sometimes, for example, in part A of the listening, you will get only 30 minutes. Sorry, 30 seconds, not 30 minutes, 30 seconds. And in part B, you're going to get maybe 30 seconds. And in part C, it's going to be 90 seconds for each extract. Okay. So you need to utilize this time really, really effectively. Is that clear with everyone? Does anyone have any questions here so far?
No, sir.
Okay. At the end of the test, sorry?
It's clear, sir.
At the end of the test, you will have 2 minutes to check your answer. So you can utilize this time to fill up the answers where you have left unattended. That's one thing you can do. And the second thing is, if you have missed any answers, you can also circle them. Or if you want to check the spelling, you can do that. Or you can change the answers as well. So you can do all these things in the 2 minutes. Okay, this 2-minute time is critical for us. So these are the instructions available for the candidates before they can start part A. So this is part A. So in the same page, in the second page, you will see these things. Part A. In this part of the test, you will hear 2 different extracts. In each extract, a health professional is talking to a patient. Remember that part A of the listening test is the same as that of the OET speaking role play conversation. It is the same. It is exactly the same. It is exactly the same. As a result, for people who are struggling in speaking, if you are struggling in speaking, if you don't know how to organize a role play, if you don't know how to ask questions to the patient, if you don't know anything about speaking, or if you're struggling a lot, it is highly recommended for you to listen to a wide variety of part A listening conversations, listening audio files, because you will get to know how to organize a role play. You will also get to know how to ask the questions politely to the patient. You will also get to know how to effectively communicate with the patient and so on. So almost all the assessment parameters can be improved if you listen to part A of the listening conversations on a daily basis. Is this clear with everyone? Because it is exactly the same. So in speaking role play, you are going to act as a healthcare professional and you will be talking to a patient. Am I right? It is the same thing here as well. There will be another healthcare professional who will be talking to a patient. And this healthcare professional can be a nurse, a doctor, a dentist, a physiotherapist, an occupational therapist, a pharmacist, or so on. Maybe a doctor, yeah, whoever it is. Okay, so it can, this healthcare professional can be from any one of the 12 occupations. And this patient, as you know, is going to be the member of a community. Remember that the member of a community usually is a non-medical professional, which means they have no idea about the diseases and so on. Does anyone have any questions so far here? So listening can be related to speaking, or listening can be utilized to improve your speaking skills as well. You can also utilize these listening audio files and document the questions that they ask, document the answers that you're listening to, if they are really good enough. Is it all clear with everyone? So you can utilize this listening part A conversations like anything in several ways. They can boost your speaking skills like anything. Okay, and your listening will also be improved. See, practicing one particular section is going to help you to improve your skills in more than one subtest of the OET examination. Is this clear with everyone? Okay, so part A is going to have questions 1 to 24. So there will be 24 questions in part A of the listening, and you will have only the fill in the blanks in part A of the listening. So you just need to complete the notes with the information you hear. Remember that they have written down complete the notes. What is meant by notes? Well, these notes are nothing but the writing case notes of a patient. Is that clear with everyone? I mean, we can use abbreviations, we can use acronyms, we can use medical terms, or we can use short forms in order to present the information. Or we can use symbols. For example, if the speaker says BP is increased, okay, for example, increase in BP, okay, for instance, okay, or high BP. If they say high BP, what do you say? What do you write? You can mention an arrow like this, upper arrow, and then you can write down BP, and you will get full mark for this here. Is this clear with everyone? In listening, I'm talking about listening, which means these are the notes which were prepared by a healthcare professional while they talking to the patient, or maybe someone else as well. Someone else has been preparing these notes when other two persons are talking. Okay, right? Is this clear with everyone? In other words, these notes are not grammatically complete or correct. Unfortunately, they are not grammatically complete or correct, and you just need to fill up those blanks. Is that clear with everyone?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, perfect. Okay, let's go to the next one. So once they, the speaker is going to tell all these things in the audio file, which means you will get additional time as well. See, they will tell you all these things. The speaker in the audio, they will tell all these things. Occupational English test, listening test. This test has 3 parts, blah, 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 blah. At this point in time, do I need to look at all these texts, all these things? No, you should not. Otherwise, you are wasting your invaluable time. You should know all these things beforehand. Is that clear with everyone? Which means as soon as they ask you to open this page, you can straight away go to here, go to the question number 1 to 12 and start underlining the keywords of the questions. Is that clear with everyone? Do you guys understand what I mean? I mean, there will be, let's say, another maybe 10 to 20 seconds that will be given by the speaker in the audio for you to utilize additionally, right? So they will say this. Now look at the notes for extract 1. It doesn't mean that you have to look at the notes now only. No, you should have already gone through the notes for the first extract. For first 12 questions, you should have already gone through them. Is this clear with everyone?
Yes, sir.
Okay, great. Now, as I previously mentioned, there will be 24 questions, but these 24 questions will be split into 2 extracts. Look at this one. There will be 2 different extracts. So 24 divided by 2 is equal to 12 questions, right? I mean, each extract is going to have 12 questions. I mean, 12 fill in the blanks questions. And you have to fill up the information based on the audio only. Right. Let's go here. See, this is the one. They will clearly say extract 1, questions 1 to 12. And they will also tell these things. Do you understand what I mean? I mean, we have got additional time. Again and again, in listening, you will get additional time as well. And you need to utilize them properly. And many people don't know how to do it. When they say you hear an obstetrician, they will also go and read all these things. They will go through, they will go behind the speaker, which is very bad. It's really, really bad. I will tell you why it is really bad. Let's say the speaker is using maybe 10 seconds to read until here. All right, let us assume. If you go through here, you will not get anything at all. It's very bad, because you should know all these instructions well in advance. And as soon as they say, they ask you to open the booklet, you have to start coming here, straight away to question number 1 to 12, and then start underlining the keywords. Tuck, 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 tuck. You need to be smart enough. And then you will get additionally maybe another 10 to 20 seconds. Smart students will always get so much time. Is that clear with everyone? But don't just simply follow the speaker word by word here. It's not needed. You are simply wasting your energy. You just need to follow only from here. That's it. Is that clear with everyone? So in part A of the OET examination, as I previously mentioned, there will be 2 different extracts. So extract 1 has got 12 questions, questions 1 to 12. So you here, so they will mention the description of this conversation. They will tell you who is talking to whom, right? So they will say, you hear an obstetrician talking to a patient called Melissa Gordon. For questions 1 to 12, complete the notes with the word or a short phrase. What is meant by a short phrase? A short phrase can go up to 4 to 5 words maximum. Okay. Usually you do get 1 word, 2 words, or so on. All right. So you now have 30 seconds to look at the notes. All these things will be told by the speaker only. Is it all clear with everyone?
Yes, sir.
Right. And then they will have all those notes. Remember that it is exactly the same as the writing case notes. So what do we get in the writing case notes? Can anyone tell me? We do get the patient's name, right? In the writing case notes. Am I right? We do get the medical history. Do we? Right. We also get to know, the what you can say, the family members, their details. And then we will also see what kinds of complaints they have got. Okay. And that's it. Yeah, it's going to be the same thing. And it is exactly the same as that of the speaking role play conversation. It is the fastest way to improve your speaking skills. So if you listen to at least 1 to 2 listening part A audio files on a daily basis, your speaking will improve dramatically. Is that clear with everyone?
Yes, sir.
Okay, great, good. And look at this one. This is how you get the questions. They will mention the question numbers in the brackets. So these are the question numbers: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay. When you look at the question paper, okay, for example, part A, you will also get some time additionally. Okay, for example, look at this one. Question number 4. Question number 4 is this, but question number 5 is here. There's a long gap in between. Am I right? There are 2 more bullet points in between, which means this is an additional time for you. So that's a good thing for you. And the same thing is applicable with the majority of the questions. Okay, for example, here, question number 10, it's 11. 11 is here, so there is something in between as well. Okay. And the order of the answers is going to be the same. I mean, the speakers will talk about the first question and give the answer. Second question, give the answer. Third question, give the answer. Fourth question, give the answer, and so on. So there will be 1 by 1. They will get these, they'll tell these answers 1 by 1 only. Is it all clear with everyone?
Yes, sir.
Perfect. Right. It's going to be the same for extract 2 as well. So in extract 2, again, they will give you 30 seconds. Don't worry about these things. Okay. This information is not that important. Okay. Right. And you should know this information previously itself. You don't need to wait until they tell these information. Is that clear with everyone? And remember that the first conversation is nowhere connected to the second one. I mean, these two are independent to each other. For example, if the first conversation is held between a nurse and a patient, the second conversation may be held between a GP and a patient, for example. Is that clear with everyone? So every extract is going to be unique. Every extract is going to be different from one another. Is that clear with everyone? So they will also read, the speaker is going to read all these things. They will read, you hear a GP talking to a new patient called Mike Royce. For questions 13 to 24, complete the notes with a word or a short phrase. They will tell this. At this time, you don't need to follow them. It is one of the worst things you can do, anyone can do, okay? If you follow him, oh, what is the use of, following these things? Is there any blank here, somewhere here? No, no way. So you're simply wasting your time, right? So we need to be intelligent. You need to be intelligent. You're the product of UCAN English tutoring. As a result, you need to be really, really intelligent. Okay, so whatever the strategies I'm teaching you, please follow them. Do not argue with me. Okay, so you will pass. All right, just blindly follow. Okay, I will teach you guys, the step-by-step procedure anyway for part A of the listening subtest sooner, for the people who have never gone through. Sorry. So look at this one. They have got Mike Royce. It's almost the same thing. New patient transferring from another practice, description of initial symptoms, impact on daily life, initial treatment, developments in conditions, and blah, blah, blah. Okay. So they will give all these things. Okay. There will be many blanks, as I said. There will be 12 blanks for extract 2 and 12 blanks for extract 1. So altogether, you will get 24 blanks. Is that clear with everyone?
Sir.
So the order of the answers is going to be the same here in extract 2 as well. Once this is finished, once the audio is finished, they will tell this. That's the end of part A. Now look at part B. It means part A has been completed by them and we have to move on to part B, which is available in the next page. So we have to scroll down now. And let's go through part B. What is part B? Well, in this part of the text, you will have 6 different extracts. I mean, there will be 6 different audio files. There will be 6 different questions. There will be, 6 different sets of choices. All right. Because part C is going to be about multiple choice questions only. It's going to have only the multiple choice question type. That's it. So for each extract, you will hear a separate conversation. Okay, it's going to be a unique conversation and it will be held between 2 different healthcare professionals or between a healthcare professional and a patient or so on. It can be anything. Okay, right. But all those audio files are the ones which were held in the healthcare settings only. Is this clear with everyone? So there will be 6 different audio files, 6 different questions, 6 different sets of choices. Okay. Now you will have, as I said, you will have questions, 6 questions. Okay, that start from 25 and goes up to 30. So from 25 to 30, we have got 6 questions. And for these 6 questions, you have to choose an answer. You have to choose either A, B, or C, which fits best according to what you hear. You will have time to read each question before you listen. And you need to complete your answers as you listen. Please understand one thing, that they will not give you additional time for you to fill up the answers while they play the audio file. You will only get the time once they complete the audio file. Is that clear with everyone? As a result, you should write down the answers. You should find out the answer. You should write them down. You should choose the answers as you go along. Is that clear with everyone? Only if you have any doubts, you can mark up, but otherwise you shouldn't waste your time. You should get the answer. You should fill up the answers as you go along. Is that all clear with everyone?
Sir.
Okay, perfect. All right. Let me go through the. 1 second, sorry. Okay. So this is how they are going to look like, they will say, choose the answer A, B, or C, which fits best. And they will say, now look at question 25, okay? They will also tell you these things. You hear a dietitian talking to a patient, all right? And then there will be a question. So this is the background information of the audio. So that's the background information. I mean, that will tell you between whom the conversation is going on. Okay. And then this is the question part. The question part is, what is she doing? And then you will have 3 choices: choice A, choice B, and choice C. And one of them is going to be the correct answers. Is that clear with everyone? I will tell you the super strategy with which you can find out these answers quite easily. Okay. I hope most of the students who have already been applying the strategy should be able to see great improvement in their scores. But for the new people, I will definitely arrange one session sooner, to go through all these things one by one. Okay. And then you will get the next question, 26, and it's going to be the same. So they will tell you, they will give you 30 seconds, and then they will tell you that you hear members of the hospital discussing problems in the X-ray department, and then this is going to be the problems. The problems are due to a delay in, and then choice A, choice B, choice C. So one of them is going to be the correct answers, and you need to choose this answer based on the information from the audio file only. In reading, we will get the answer from the text, and in listening, we are going to get the answer in the audio. That's it. That's the difference between the reading and the listening subtest. Is everyone clear about this?
Yes, sir.
Okay, perfect. Okay, so when you scroll down, you will get another question. So when you are answering one question, you should not worry about the next one. Why? Because for part B, they will tell you when they are talking about question number 25. They will tell you when they are talking about question number 26. They will also give you the time as well to go through the question. Is this clear with everyone?
Yes, sir.
So part B of the listening is going to be easier when compared with that of part C of the listening. So part B is going to be definitely easier. And don't worry about the next question. Don't try to underline the keywords of the next questions, blah, blah, blah. Or don't try to worry about the next question. Just leave it. Okay. Just focus on the current question only as far as part B of the listening is concerned. Is that clear with you? Put all your efforts, all your concentration only on one question at a time in part B. Part B is going to be a piece of cake for everyone. Right, and look at this one, 28, 29, 30. So every question is going to have the background information of the topic in the audio, and then the question, and then 3 choices, A, B, C. They will mention that's the end of part B. Now look at part C. They will also speak, okay? So you don't just see this information, but you will hear the information as well in the audio. The speaker will tell that. That's the end of part B. Now look at part C. And then you go to the next page. So that's going to be part C, right? They will also provide the description here. So in this part, in part C of the listening, I really love part C of the listening as well, because it has got only 3 choices, okay? Which means even if you make a wild guess, you have got 33% of the chances of getting the correct answers. Is this clear with everyone? But in reading part C, you will be able to have only 25% of the chances of getting the correct answers if you make a wild guess. Am I clear with everyone? Right? Could you please mute, if there is any background noise? Sorry. Okay. So what do we get in part C? What we are going to do in part C? In this part of this test, you will hear two different extracts. There will be two different audio files. Okay, there will be one audio file first, and then you will get 6 questions, and then the next audio file, and then you will get next 6 questions. Is that clear with everyone? So you will get altogether 12 questions. In each extract, you will hear health professionals talking about aspects of their work. So whatever the healthcare work they do, they will be talking about the same. They will be discussing. Remember that part C of the listening can have conversations that can be classified into two types, two major types. One is a monologue, in other words, lecture. What is my lecture? Only one person is going to talk about, that's it. Talk about a topic, that's it. There won't be any other person to ask the question, okay? That's the first kind of conversation. So only one person is going to talk about his or her work continuously, for 6 questions. Okay, what about the second type? Second category is going to be an interview where 2 people minimum will be participating. I mean, one is going to be usually the healthcare professionals, and the other is going to be the one who asks the healthcare professional questions. Is this clear with everyone? So there will be only 2 different kinds of conversations as far as part C of the listening is concerned. Does anyone have any questions so far? Okay.
No, sir.
You will get, as I mentioned, you will get only 12 questions in part C of the listening. And the question numbers go from 31 to 42. Okay, and for all of them, for each question, you are going to choose only one choice among A, B, or C, which fits the best according to what you are going to hear. And you need to complete your answer as you listen. Okay, now look at extract 1. All these things will be told by the speaker, and you don't need to go through this, or you don't need to follow the speaker word by word from here to here. No, it's not needed. It means you are simply ruining your additional time. Okay, as soon as they say that's the end of part B, you have to immediately go here and start underlining the keywords of the questions. Is that clear with everyone? Okay, let's go to extract number 1. How do we identify extract 1 and what can we expect? Okay, firstly, the extract 1, the speaker will also read these things. Extract 1, questions 31 to 36. So we will have 2 different conversations. So we will have 2 different audio files. Okay, the first thing is this. This is the description of each audio. They will tell the description of each extract. You hear a sports physiotherapist called Chris Maloney giving a presentation in which he describes treating a high jumper with a knee injury. You now have 30 seconds to read questions 31 to 36. So you will get 1.5 minutes. Wow, that's amazing. 1.5 minutes is too much. It's really good for you. It's an asset. It is so helpful for you if you use them properly. Okay, so you may get some additional time, maybe 5 to 10 seconds, when they start talking about these things. Okay, you can get additionally, and you should utilize this time as well. Okay, so now you will have 90 seconds, means 1.5 minutes before each audio file starts playing for 6 questions. The same 90 seconds will be applicable for the second extract as well. When you scroll down, you will get to know that, what I mean. So if let's go here and see this one, extract 2, and see this one. You now have 90 seconds to read questions 37 to 42. So you will get 1.5 minutes. It's huge. It is definitely huge for everyone. It's going to be of great help. Okay, right, and they will provide the introduction on the background information of the audio file as well. They will tell you who is going to talk in the audio file, okay, in the beginning itself. And then there will be, as I said, 6 questions for each extract. So question number 31, that's the question, and then choices, 3 choices, choice A, B, and C. And then question number 32, there will be questions and then choices. Remember that all these questions will be answered by the speakers in the audio file in the same order. They will definitely tell the answer for question number 31 first, and then they go to question number 32, 33, 34, 35, and 36. Is this clear with everyone? So the order will be maintained by the speakers as well in the audio file. Jonisha, did you understand this, Jonisha? Jaipriya, Abhirami, Amruta?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay, now they mentioned this instruction. Now look at the extract 2. So you will be guided, towards, part A, part B, and part C. They will tell you. But the problem with the part C of the listening is that they will not tell you when they are talking about question number 31. They will not tell you when they are talking about question number 32. They will not tell you when they are talking about question number 33. They will not tell you when they are talking about question number 34. They will not tell you when they are discussing the information regarding question number 35 and 36. What does that mean? It means one full audio file is going to be played, which contains the correct information for the correct answers for all 6 questions together. That is really bad, isn't it? So what are the negative effects of this? One is the students may lose the track. What is may losing the track? Well, okay, let's go through the first question. So the student has been waiting for the answer to be told for question number 1, okay, 31. But unfortunately, the speaker already has gone to 32 and started giving the information about 32. Oh my God. And the student is still waiting for the answer to be told for question number 31. And the speaker went to 33, 34, 35, 36. Now the speaker is telling, now look at the extract 2. Oh my God. And the student is shocked. The student is in a critical shock now. Why? Because she is waiting for the answer to be told for question number 31. And unfortunately, she didn't understand the information told by the speaker for question number 31. Is this clear with everyone? So
Yes, sir.
the speaker missed it. Sorry, the student missed it. And the student lost the whole track. That is one of the worst situations one can face. And it definitely deserves a lot of cry in the shower, okay? It definitely deserves. All right. Some people may lose only 1 or 2 questions, okay, while they go through the track. That can also happen. That's a minimum thing, that's the minimum damage. I mean, when the speaker starts talking about, let's say, question number 31, okay, the speaker used a lot of synonyms. So the student didn't understand the information. The student was still waiting for the answer to be told here. And then the speaker started talking about 32 and 33 and blah, blah, blah. So the student may realize in between, and then they think that, okay, we are on the wrong track now. Okay, so the question that we are dealing with is not relevant to the current playing of the audio. As a result, the student wakes up and goes to the right question now, and at least answer the remaining questions. Okay, that's going to be the worst situation. That's going to be the best situation. In both the situations, they are going to lose at least some marks, isn't it? Especially the first situation, it is the worst, because they might have lost 5 to 6 questions, all together. Like, do you know what I mean? The whole section might have been lost, or maybe at least 5 questions may be lost, and that's really bad in both situations. Am I clear with everyone? I hope some people might have gone through this situation in the past, if you have appeared. I'll teach you guys, on how to avoid these things. Okay. Right. And those strategies are, yes.
Sir, are they go serial number wise?
Yes. I told you just now, right? They will go one by one in the same order for sure, 100%. But there may be some kinds of traps or pitfalls. I will tell you. When the speaker, talks about question number 31, sometimes they would like to play with you cruelly. Okay, the examiners have designed the questions in such a way that sometimes, okay, while talking, before even talking about question number 31, they may talk about a few keywords of 32. So what the student thinks is the speakers didn't talk about 31, but straight away went on to 32. But that is not the actual scenario. It is a false belief only. They only talked about a few words here, which means they will go back here and then they will talk about this question first. Is that clear with you guys? It is a pitfall. They would like to give you a false belief that they are talking about question number 32 now, and then they may come back to question number 31 later, or they may go to question number 33 and then come back here and so on. I mean, some keywords of the upcoming questions may be told when you are on the current question, but you should not be confused. Okay, it is just only a trap. So you should focus on the current question only. Is that clear with everyone?
Sir.
Yeah. Jonisha, did you understand this? Jonisha, Jaipriya, Jonisha, Amrita,
Yes, sir.
Abhirami. Yeah. So these things can happen. Okay, not can happen, but will definitely happen. Unfortunately, will definitely happen. Okay, they will do that, but don't tell that the order of the answers is different. That's not the case. That will never ever happen. No way. They will definitely tell the answer for the first question before they go on to the second one. 100%. Okay, look at this next extract. In the next extract, we have got questions 37 to 42. And as I previously mentioned, it's going to be exactly the same as that of extract 2 as far as the background information is concerned. So they will provide the information before they actually play the audio file. They will provide the information, and then they will also give you 90 seconds to read the questions 37 to 42. So in this case, you hear a clinical psychiatrist called Dr. Anthony Gibbons giving a presentation about the value of individual patients' experiences and stories in medicine.
Joel, and the pillow area and the
Can you please mute? Sorry. Okay. Right. So this is how it's going to look like. Okay. So we will get extract 2, again 6 questions, only 6 multiple choice questions and 3 multiple choices for each of them. Okay. Only 6 multiple choice questions, 3 choices each of them. 90 seconds. Again, it's going to be the same. 90 seconds for each extract, for each audio file for part C of the listening. And then they will also give the background information here, which means you can utilize this time additionally, maybe another 5 seconds, let's say, maybe. It's good. Every second is important as far as the listening and reading subtests are concerned. Is this clear with everyone?
Sir.
Okay, great. So the speaker will talk about 37, question number 37, and this is the question. And then there will be 3 choices, A, B, C, and then they will go to question number 38, and then 3 choices, and then 39, and then 3 choices, and then 40, and then 3 choices, and then 41, and then 42. Now they will tell you this. That's the end of part C. You now have 2 minutes to check your answers. End of the listening test. That's it. After 2 minutes, you'll hear this. Is it all clear with everyone?
Sir.
So this is how the whole listening test is going to be. And remember that you will get the paper, you will get the question paper with you, so you can play with the question paper. But don't tear the question paper. Don't chew the question paper. Don't eat the question paper because you're hungry. Okay, that's not good, right? you can play with it. What is my playing? I mean, underlining the keywords, ticking off, or putting a cross mark. Those things are accepted as far as the listening as well as the reading subtests are concerned. Is this clear with everyone? You can play with the question paper, but don't tear it off. Don't chew it. Okay. Those things are not acceptable. Is this clear with everyone?
Yes, sir.
Does anyone have any questions so far as far as the listening subtest is concerned? Jonisha, did you understand?
Yes, sir. I understand.
Yes. And please take additional 2B pencils, to the examination hall so that you don't need to sharpen, your pencil again and again. Okay. Right. So those are the basic things, you need to understand. Anyway, thank you so much.